Okay, can you hear me? Assuming people can hear me. Just see here. What a big dude at. Oh, there he is.
Won't you consider having an audience with our Lord? Our Lord will no doubt welcome you. Another kindred spirit, treading the path of champions. I see, but do know that to follow the path of valor, an audience with our Lord is essential in order to defy this debasement and rise up against the Erd Tree, like a true recusant of the Volcano Manor.
Well, whatever they're selling, I'm currently not buying. Okay. Also, you're here.
Hello again. Welcome to Patch's Emporium.
What do you have for me? Market Shackle. Guess pickled foul foot.
Stingy little beggar. Try to find it in your heart next time, eh?
Okay, there we go. Okay. I know exactly how all of this looks. And on stream wise, yes, I did go back to fight the noble here, like at Volcano Manor, but that was just pretty much to say I have already lost the previous challenge. So all I can essentially do at this point is, well, I'm gonna try and just beat her. Utilizing black flame spells only. So it doesn't give me much access to the incantations themselves, and I will go down through that list in a second.
Lady Tanith, my own mother has deceived me. Was I not born by the grace of a king?
Oh, okay, this comes into play here.
What is this? I remember this scent distinctly. Funny, isn't it? I am certain of it. I was born inside this. It's a part of my birth, Mother. You have my gratitude. Thanks to you, I am no longer afraid. I want to know how I was born and met Lady Tanith. One day, I hope to call her Mother once again. This time from the bottom of my heart. I want to know how I was born and met Lady Tanith one day. I want one day.
Won't you consider our Lord? I see, but do to follow the path in order to like a true. Won't you consider having an our Lord will. I see, but do know this to follow the path of valor in order to defy like a true.
Okay. What's going on with this one here? Spinning. Oh, okay. Oh. Moving along. Okay. So. Okay, so in order to really get it going, I'm having to just basically limit myself down to just the black flame spells and or I guess God Slayer spells that I have access to. For right now, the only ones I have access to is the Black Flame Blade, the Protection, Black Flame, the Fireball, Scoring Black Flame, and just getting now Noble Presence. Which, I don't even think any of them are actually going to help me to get through her. But, that's pretty much the play so far. It's pretty much these ones that are the ones that I have access to, and that I'm making myself forcibly have access to. Outside of that, I mean, all it's going to be is try and get it done. I believe that there is technically like one more spell, or I mean incantation, that I have access to in terms of this challenge. But unfortunately, my current faith is only 35 with the talisman. So I'm technically like, I think you need to be at like 48 or 45 faith in order to use that spell, and it was the circle fire that the noble was doing against me, which was very useful and painful, but nevertheless, it's pretty much most of what I can do. I mean, that's really the only other spell that was currently within my grasp in order for me to actually utilize. So, now we're just kind of hoping. How come you don't have anything good? I mean, the pickled fowl feet are actually pretty nice. I may go ahead and purchase them because I have no need to worry about the sacrificial twig anymore, because I pretty much had to use up my runes for the leveling.
Cheers for that.
So now, yeah, cheers. Only other thing I can really think of is head to go see my main man. Should be out over here. Yes. War Counselor. Yes, I do know him as War Counselor because I had already finished the Rainy quest line, so I do have access to that as an ending as well. I don't know which one I'm really focused on, because I do also want to have the option of the Fia, because I believe her quest line also has an ending. The main one I really know about is just the standard, just becoming Elden Lord, and then the other one being Ronnie's quest line. But I feel like, if I remember correctly, like Fia is actually an important character, so should also have one, but I gotta figure out where I even went along with that. Brother, I can't afford anything you have. Stuff's too expensive. Strengthening my armaments. I can't really do much of anything because I don't have any more smithing stone 7s, so I can't upgrade my seal anymore. And upgrading my shield is pointless because I honestly don't plan to use it for the fight. Now, I have been considering, like, kind of focusing on trying to level up a magic weapon, but I just really, one, haven't been playing around with too many of them. Don't look directly at that Saint Terina sword. I just don't really have many of them that I have kind of been interested in to use. Sword of Night and Flame would be awesome, but I would have to respect my character because I need 24 intelligence just for me to wield it. And even then, it's just kind of like, it's cool. I did get the Executioner's Sword as well, which is pretty interesting, but I need 23 Arcane in order to wield it. Health and Steeple, I would like to know what this actually does in terms of its Ash of War. However, I will not be able to find that out because this dumb thing requires somber smithing stones. And the Dark Moon Greatsword is what I got for finishing Randy's questline. However, it has an exorbitant amount of intelligence requirement, which I'm not surprised by. So I can't wield it. And I can't wield the Greatsword, one of the better or best weapons to utilize, like, in terms of like a strength build. I don't have the strength requirement. I did not invest into it. Crafted Greatsword, can't wield that. I mean, technically speaking, for this challenge-wise, I could invest time into the Godslayer Greatsword. It does give me access to a magic weapon to use. It's not like I'm really using them much on anything else. I got Roger's Rapier from him, and then Frozen Needle is something that I went after a long time ago. It's already at +5 right now. I could advance on that, but I tried to get away from Rapiers just because I wasn't really feeling it. I also thought about this, the Eclipse Shootle. I don't know how many people actually know about it, but one of the things that I ended up finding out about it was I realized I had it from like Commander Neil's area, and I had looked into it for the Death Flare part, and it was like, oh, this causes death buildup. I was like, well, that's cool. I found out I can only use it on other Tarnished, but still found it as a interesting niche little thing. Hornex Lord's Greatsword. No. Old Reliable. I've used the Ice Rend Hatchet a long time ago. I was using that obsessively because I was really into the Frostbite or the Frost buildup, and I was also heavily enjoying it for the Ash of War that it was using, so that was an interesting idea. Stormhawk Axe is interesting because it does lightning damage for its Ash of War, from what I know. Oh, I had one of the horns. I think that's the little horn. Knight Rider Flail was something I was also using as like a weapon to deal striking damage with. Not the best thing to use, but it's what I had, so hey, work with what you got. I guess in terms of like this is my main account, I have other weapons, don't get me wrong. I do have some pretty nice and/or okay weapons that I could go into. Loretta's War Sickle was very tempting, however that says intelligence. I just don't know really. Lost build up. That just deals natural fire damage. Is it somber? Yeah, somber. I am not that heavy into the, well, I actually am pretty heavy into the Faith. I can actually wield this now properly. Scorpion Stinger. Causes Scarlet Rot buildup. I forgot I even picked that up so long ago. Reduva's Blood Blade, causing blood loss buildup. It's a pretty nice little knife. And Black Knife. Oh boy. You know, I actually can't remember what these two look like. Hold on a second. Well, that doesn't get me where I need to go, so. Blade of Calling. The other one, Black Knife. So the Blade of Calling has Blade of Gold. Does the ash look like? Okay. Well, that was cool. does have some faith scaling, and it does do holy damage. Okay. And the other one is got the Blade of Death. It's also scaled in faith. Hiya! Ah, the edgy black version. Nice. I really had forgotten about those, but I think for this account I may just invest into the... Oh my. That is heavy. So what if I took off my shield? Okay, so I could wield this if I choose not to have my shield equipped. And it's already imbued. Ah, it deals fire damage naturally. What's the moveset looking like? It's okay. It is a colossal sword for a reason. And it does have the black flames all over. Yeah, I think I've chosen my magic weapon to invest time into. But that is for another time. At this point, I've already done pretty much everything that I can think of off the top of my head for powering myself up. I can't really enhance any of the weapons that I currently have, so might as well just go ahead and try it again. So, let's get back over to her. Let's see, where is it at? Ah, should be the Helix-Tree Roots. Don't know how, I tend to forget that, but we're not worried about that part. Alright. Alright, this'll be fine. This'll be fine. This'll be fine! It's gonna be fine. Okay, so the time away from her has definitely not done me any good, but it'll be okay. So for the spell memorization, we're going to take off the fire flame, the black flame, because she dodges it, and the scouring black flame. It's really only for fighting multiple enemies. So we're gonna keep using black flame protection because it does increase the increase my physical damage negation, which is very useful. And then I've also got black flame blade to just, you know, give me the flame casting that I need. But we're gonna try utilizing Noble Presence to see maybe if I can catch her in like a knockback. Hopefully. Hopefully is about the best way I can go for. So the physic, I've got it to where it's going to restore half of my max HP, and the other half of the physic is the Cerulean Hidden Tier to eliminate all FP consumption. Because I have a plan. For the Great Rune, we're still going to use Radahn's, mostly just because it raises my HP, my FP, and my stamina, which I feel like I'm going to need. I will also be taking off the Bloodhound Step, just because I'm worried more about getting the damage in with the Black Flame Tornado, so we're going to focus on that. So spells are set. I've been so tempted to alter my garments, but I know the moment that I touch them is when it's going to be lighter, and yes, I'll be happy about that, but at the same time I'll be a little upset because it's going to be, you know, less defensively sound for me. Also took off my Great Jar because normally I need this thing to handle the amount of equipment load that I have on me, but it'll be okay. Yeah, trying to figure out what to do here because I can use the Radagon icon, so that'll help me out in that department. I'm thinking about the Carrion Felgreed Crest, which I got from the War Master, or War Counselor, excuse me, to lower the FP cost to use on my Black Flame Tornado, so maybe I can get more than a couple uses out of it. I also did recently finish the Millicent questline, so I do have the Rotten Winged sword insignia. It'll raise my attack power with successive attacks, so as long as I do a combo attack with the Black Flames set on them as well, the damage from my attack should be a lot better, but maybe. The other idea that I had was also using the Bull Goat's Talisman. Just because it would raise up my poise. My poise is 68. It would make it go up to 88. Which could help me in terms of, like, handling the knockback. But we'll start with the Belgrid Crest. And the Radagon icon to decrease my spell casting time. So that way, in case I need to cast my defensive spell in the midst of the battle, I can, to kind of keep myself from wasting up my healing, just kind of soak up the damage until then. The other thing I have to do is, unfortunately, she doesn't drop anything extra, so I will be taking off my standard silver tier mask, which probably towards the start you saw that was taken off as well. Mostly because excuse me, I didn't realize until recently when I was using it that it gives me an increase in my arcane, which is helpful for discovery, but I also took a physical attack damage drop and I did not pay attention to that. But it's okay. We will push forward, and the substitute helm that I've been using is this one, the Raging Wolf helm, mostly because it's really cool. Because of how heavy I am, I would have liked to try using a shield in the fight against her, but if I put a shield on, I'm going to go to the heavy load, and I would have to decide between taking off my Faith Charm or taking off my Dex Charm in order to get a defense on. I could also take off the Radagon icon to put on my jar, so that way, weight-wise, I could handle it, but this is what we're going with. And I do also have another trick to try. So I made fire pots last time, and I want to see if I can knock her out of the animation of waterfowl. Because if I can knock her out of the animation, that would be, oh, it'd be amazing. But I'm gonna go in. Not going to start off with my protections. I'm going to see... Oh, I didn't switch my flask around. Alright, well. Let's see if this works. I wanted to try and do my flask around 9 and 3. Just because I know I'm going to try and use the Ash of War more often. So it's kind of like... possibly will help me out. That she's approaching me menacingly. Why that move? Okay. Let's go ahead and use this while we can. Alright, fair enough. Oh, why? Ma'am, I took like a day off. Maybe like 2, if you want to be real. Okay. Alright, I admit it was a cheap hit. Okay, let's do it. Stunner. Maker. Oh, yeah, that was a very bad idea. Wasting up my time. Okay. So, that actually is another interesting question. So, how come she's able to heal from, how come she's able to heal from the kick? Because it's technically not the blade that's doing the work. I'm losing a lot of HP against her. I forget that move is armored. You guys also notice I kind of have started to pay attention to some of her... Oh, that's gonna hurt. Alright, so the plan was to use a fire pot, and I decided Black Flame Tornado was the best idea, but the startup is way too slow. Oh, that's unfortunate. But it'll be okay, we'll take it in the next one. Eventually. When my loading time decides to kick through. There we go. Okay. And also, with the lack of runes on me now, I know there's not really a risk to be taking with it. But, hey, here we are. Again, I've been considering the shield because my endurance is not enormous, but it's decent. I'm thinking that I could block waterfowl if I chose to drop one of my talismans to put on the Great Jar, so that way I can actually not get smacked around by it, but hey, we'll see what we can do. So let's see. We'll swipe there. She likes to sidestep quite a bit against me, and it does very much hurt. Okay. So we were both in an awkward position. Okay. Or, you know, you could just armor through that and kick me in the head. I didn't need to use my brain for thinking anyways. That's crazy talk. Oh boy, that's a risky maneuver for me! Oh, I'm dead. Yep, I rolled too early. So that whole thing of I've been paying attention to her movements, let's go ahead and toss that out the window. I apparently need to relearn her movements. Plus, again, that noble was... I don't even know how I was able to get that noble done on the second try. I thought I was going to be stuck on that for the entirety of this video, but apparently not. Okay, so Radagon icon decreasing the spellcasting time. I don't know, maybe. I gotta really play out the plan in my head. But taking off the icon, giving up the spellcasting time for the jar just so that way I can put a shield on, it's tempting, but at the same time, don't want to use the shield. So let's see how rude I can be here. Hoop! Not very. She apparently does not like it when I do that. Steps forward to slice. No, just approaching menacingly. I rolled too early again. Well, let's do this one. Oh, well, don't I look silly? And now don't you look silly for walking into it. Okay, I admit, I'm the one that looks silly. Okay, thankfully I kept all of my magic from being wasted there, so, I mean, that's a positive, right? She really does like lore walking at me. Okay, maybe I shouldn't talk smack until I can get through her. Thank you for once in your life letting me actually finish the animation of that before just flat out slicing me. Oh, okay. Or just, you know, fully disrespect me. As you do. Oh, I'm dead from a strike here. You know, yeah, that's about what I thought. It's as soon as I make that decision to drink right then and there that she then decides to shab me. And I really thought about just dodging, and I decided, no, I think I'm at the distance to where she wouldn't do it yet. How silly was I? Oh, boy. Okay. That shield's looking more and more tempting, but we'll take off the Radagon icon. I don't think this will do anything for our Ash of War, which I find is a problem. Spell consume less FP, but maximum HP reduced. More memory slots doesn't help me. Roars and breath attacks, nope. Potency of fumes, nope. My poise being raised up might help. I think. Don't really have much of anything to kind of go for right here. Yeah. Oh yes, I do have 2 of the Flock Canvas Talismans. I don't think it'll actually help me in terms of this fight, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I also can't double equip them, so yeah, that's what I thought. Can't double equip them, but I could put on the lesser one. Okay, we'll give up the skill. We'll give up the skill decreasing, we're going to raise our poise, and we're going to greatly increase our incantation scaling. And what we'll do is we'll redo our flask. I know it seems crazy because it's like I can't seem to get the timings down right now, but kind of hoping the brain kicks in to get those timings down later so that way I can dodge properly and get the full use of my Ash of War, even though I'm basically saying I can get through with less healing. A bold statement considering I have not actually killed her yet, but hey. Okay, or I dodged the foot that late. We are not fighting in the water because that will be counterintuitive to my plan. I'm also very scared to use Noble's presence because, to be quite honest, she really would just... Alright, it's fine. Okay, my overrolling is definitely showing. Okay. What? Well, I wasted my wondrous mix, so we'll throw this out there. Okay. Why the kick being armored? I asked. And she always sidesteps, and then I get punished for it. It's just... The problem is, as much damage as that Ash of War does for her, like, every time I cast it, I'm stuck in the animation, and when it has to finish, by the time she's recovered and done her sidestep, which is what she always does to the tornado, she slices me. And it only takes about 3 to 4 slices for me to actually go down. So it's kind of like the uphill battle. I know my vigor needs to be higher, and I just don't know if the armor I'm currently wearing is... I don't know how great it is against slash damage, which I think it is. Well, that's Tree Sentinel armor, obviously. Raging Wolf armor. It's lighter, but again, it won't really help me in this case. Halswind armor. No. In order for me to get better defensives, I would have to go up in weight of armor. Or maybe I just need to, you know, dodge better. That's also a thing. Let's try it again. I'm thinking about, like, trying to focus more on combo attacking her. Go with the Winged Insignia, Black Flame Blade, just focus on damage over time instead of the Ash of War damage. Maybe. I was off a step. I'm dead here. Yep. Like, it takes her literally 3 to 4 strikes to kill me. More often than not 3. 4 to 5 if I put Black Flame Protection on. Jeez almighty, man. There's a way through this. I just haven't figured out the formula for this yet. Well, that doesn't help. I don't know, maybe. Think the time to try plan B. So, I'm gonna take off and use this, raise up our quality. If I go for quality, the combo attacks over time will raise up. But 200 to 216. Yeah, as long as I can get her. I don't know why I'm trying this. I'm trying this for a reason. It's probably not a great reason because numbers obviously tell the story. Alright, so I'm gonna drop the poise. And what we're going to do is we'll use Radagon's icon to decrease the spellcasting time, and we will actually not even going to decrease the spellcasting time. I'm just going to go with the 2 canvas talismans of Faithful and Flock to greatly increase the potency of the incantation. Now, if this doesn't work on the Flame Blade itself, because Flame Blade is kind of odd for it can't be affected by certain things to increase the scaling or dot damage with it. So, this is just pretty much the testing theory. Bloodhound Step will give us the defensives to dodge, but Black Flame Blade is pretty much going to be doing 90% of the work now. Or she'll make me... Oh my gosh. Keep forgetting that every time she does that, I have to step forward into her. Roll, please. Don't do it yet. And I did it anyways. Oh, I didn't press circle soon enough. I deserve that. Alright. That's fair. That is incredibly fair. Fair and honest, because I did not press circle. That was my fault. I should have pressed circle, and I did not. Okay, okay. Everything's fine. Everything's good. So, I think that the damage I was getting was about the same. I just was not dodging, which is, I hear it's pretty important in this game. It's part of the get good mentality. So, we're gonna try the whole get good mentality. This time, I don't want to waste it up on max, on the, I don't want to waste it up on the flame protections, but don't really have much of a choice. We'll start off with that. Try and be more aggressive against her. We'll drink the Wondrous Flask first in order to kind of give us that not worrying about the, woo! Oh my gosh. I can't seem to pin down your combo attacks, ma'am. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Now roll. Now roll. Overrolled a little bit and she missed a step. Okay. Or, you know, you just make up for it. Oh! Whoa! Oof! I don't think my Black Flame protections can take that much. I know that if she grabs me, even at full health, unless the Black Flame protections are on me, I will, you know, die. And even then it'll be at, like, somewhere around, like, 1 HP, really. Well, greatly increasing the scaling, I don't know if it's actually making the difference. That's the problem that I'm currently running through, I suppose. So now we're going to try this. Greatly increase the damage of successive attacks. And we're going to use the Radagon icon so that way I can increase my damage with the numerous strikes that I'm getting on her, depending on what the move is. Black Flame will then apply the burning effect over time. And then, you know, that's about all we can really do. So, there we go. It's kind of like putting on my very tiny shell. You know, I'd like to pay attention to my strikes. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's about right. Ooh. Oh, okay, so I can't interrupt that at the start. Fair enough. They call me Batman. Oh, brave and the dumb. Just do normal strikes on her. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I figured that was about to happen. Okay. Just getting caught in everything, getting caught in the stun lock, and I'm not able to get out of it. As soon as the sword strike starts, that's when the pain sets in. So now, what I have to do is I need to... something. I mean, I'm still thinking that this is a way of getting through it, and this will decrease the spellcasting time, so maybe I can get enough cast in of the Black Flame Blade itself. I don't know. I think that this challenge is possible. I really do. And the other part of me doesn't want to go off and start grinding to power up the other weapon because, again, this is just what I want to do. I think that these spells are known. I don't think they're used, you know, extremely heavily. Along with the Ash of War. You know, or I just get smacked in the face. Okay, normally she would do the sword swing there. Power through. Like, the best I can really think in my head is making these certain exchanges with her, but these exchanges are not something that I can really afford to do the whole time. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. That's the unfortunate part, is these exchanges are not something I can really afford to do against her the whole time. And every time I think I've dodged it, I truly haven't. And then waterfowl! Oh, dang it, that was the flip over. And the constant battling against her healing process is definitely a rough time. This method is a lot more painful. It truly is. But it's making me have to forcibly observe her moves. I can only just exchange in certain parts, but I'm having to end up using out more healing because of that. Unfortunately, because of that, it makes it harder to get in damage, which, unfortunately, this is just a literal race to the gun. Who can get to the gun first? Unfortunately, it's going to be her 90% of the time. It's just going to be. She has the method to hurt me excruciatingly. And that's just the problem I'm going to run into every time, is she has the ability to hurt me beyond what I could do to her. We will go for Dragon Crush Shield. Because, to be honest, I have a limited number of options for what I can do. I'm pretty sure I could always just, again, go out to get more talismans, but I don't know. It's just not what I'm feeling. And also, for anyone wondering, I do also have rune arcs, but I only have 5 right now. So, trying to get through this without using a rune arc on top of all of it is definitely an experience. When you get well done, what did I get? A well done for making it? Depending on how this one goes, I'll probably just try a shield just to see if I can actually block something. She's really willing to just lore walk right up to me. Okay. Probably a bad time to do this. Gotta conserve my stamina. Just one hit. That's all I want. Oh, why? Why, waterfowl, why? Why? I went for so long not getting smacked in the face by you! Why? Why? Alright. On to the next fight. Whew. Just, whew. Alright. Well, the Dragon Crest shield came in very clutch. Potency of the incantations doesn't really do much of anything for me there, so let's try the jar. And we will try this with the tried and true, if it's not heavy enough, shield. Okay. So, let's try it. I have a bad feeling for what I'm about to do here. Because I have a bad feeling I'm going to start using it, and then I'm going to not use it. That's unfortunately how my brain works sometimes. Again, with my over-rolling. So yes, she will heal through the shield, I know, but it's okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's not fine, it's not fine, it's not fine! It is horrendously not fine! Oh my goodness. Ma'am, I ask you to please step away. Ma'am, please! No! Oh, she mixed me. She mixed me. Oh, the pain. Oh, the pain. I was mixed. I was mixed. Ugh. Well, defensively, I can soak up some more hits. However, still not really making progress on, you know, what I have been at so far. Like, the goal at this point is just to get her dead. It's not even half health anymore, it's just to see her death. It's just rough. Oh, I can interrupt that. Roll forward. Okay, I deserve to get hit there. Set up the tornado. Okay, she does not like the black flames. Noted. I can get one more cast of my Ash of War. However, this will probably get me hit if I'm not careful. Oh my gosh! Oh, that was the worst time for my endurance. That was the worst time for my endurance. Fair enough. All right, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just gotta calm down. Stay calm. Well, actually, the odd part is I've been very calm throughout this entire, like, I guess, challenge session with her. And it's mostly just because it's a very rough fight. Like, altogether, it really is. But it's not like it's unfair. Her mechanics are extremely obvious. It's just I'm not being resourceful in how I utilize, like, I'm not being resourceful enough. That's the problem. Yeah. Oh, she got me right at the startup of it. Like, in terms of the long game, she's gonna win it. She's gonna win it every time. Okay, get the most use out of this, keeping my MP up. Again, I know how crazy I look with the amount of stamina I'm already wasting up. And yes, she is still going to heal. Oh no. Don't do it yet. I hate doing this. I'm not gonna lie, I thought the foot wasn't gonna catch me. Oh, okay. Yeah, she was all there in the air. Dang, man. Well, let's change it up. Some headshots.